Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing amazing. My name is Sarah and this is my channel, Serendipity Astrology. I'm doing a tarot and like a little bit of astrology for every sign for the new moon partial solar eclipse in Taurus on April 30th. I just wanted to say real quick that if you haven't watched my May videos, you might want to go take a look just because I'm doing a free giveaway to one of my subscribers for an oracle deck. So that's just something I'm rolling out. I'm also going to be doing another giveaway on my June horoscopes, which will be, or my June tarot readings, which will be coming out in a few weeks. So just stay tuned for that. One way to know if I'm posting anything is just to subscribe and, hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I upload. All right, so let's get into this new moon, partial solar eclipse at 10 degrees of Taurus. Well, new moons, they're a time to initiate beginnings. On the flip side of that, there's also endings. So there's endings to like cycles before that. So it's a good time to set intentions, and I feel like this is going to be a pretty powerful, new moon, especially because Venus, the ruling planet of Taurus, is in an exalted position in Pisces as well. And I'm pretty sure she's very close to Neptune, or she was just like conjunct Neptune a few days ago. So this is a very powerful time for like everyone to be creating something new in their life. I pulled 3 cards from the Moonology deck just because they kind of resonated with me. And well, obviously the new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. Taurus is the sign of prosperity. It's the sign of work and money and what you value. And like, I feel a lot of people are reevaluating what they value in themselves, what they value in friends, what they value about their work life. Like, it all depends on what house Taurus is for you. But this is also a fixed moon too. So I feel like whatever changes we make now are going to stick. They're going to hold. It's something that we're going to like really hold close to us, okay? And not really want to give up. And this is a new moon eclipse, so you want to expect powerful changes. This is a time for powerful change. All right. So let's get into Aries. Aries, this is your second house. This is Taurus's natural house. Money, income, work, what you value, your job and your work ethic. I feel like a lot of you are transitioning jobs right now. I feel like you're reevaluating the value that you see in yourself, just because I feel like you've undervalued yourself for such a long time that you've been kind of, settling for what people are willing to give you, which, it serves its purpose, and that's a cycle that you needed to go through. But I feel like you're coming to the end of this cycle at this time. So this is a huge step for you guys. Like, I see the second house as being something that, can really change your life. This is something that's really gonna, up the stakes in your life. I'm gonna pull you a couple cards from the Light Seers Tarot deck just to see what comes through for you at this time. All right, let's give this a cut. Okay, 3 of Swords. Yeah, you had a lot of like heartbreak. I feel like it's based around like work and business and stuff that you've done like that. I feel like you've chosen like a heartbreaking situation, after heartbreaking situation. Really was not working out for you. Instead of choosing yourself, choosing your career, choosing to do what was best for you, you chose love that ultimately was meant to kind of be a lesson over and over again, just so you could learn how to choose yourself, and learn that, the value that you're seeking in life isn't going to come from the validation of, kind of saving someone else. Seven of Cups. You might have a lot of offers on the table right now, and I feel like you're weighing your options at this time. You might be you might have too many options right now that might feel like a little confusing at this time, but I feel like you're going to get the clarity that you need. You also have Death and Rebirth. So yeah, you guys are going through the end of a cycle. Like you're coming to the end of something that has been kind of painful, a little confusing, but it's something that you needed to sit with and face and realize that it was like something that had to be, it was a part of you. It might have been a part of your karma. This definitely might have been a part of your karma, guys. And it's like something that you've just been on a loop with, like for a very long time. This might be something that carried over from like ancestry or like past lives, something like that. All right, Taurus. Taurus, this is happening in your first house. So this is your values around yourself, your identity, and a new version of you, I feel like, is emerging. You guys have gone through a massive transformation, like, and you're still going through it, especially with the North Node being in your sign and the South Node being in your opposite sign. So your relationship to yourself, your relationship to your, like, the people in your life, like your, like, relationships in general, that's all changing. That's all shifting. And I feel like you're seeing more value in yourself. You guys might be taking a larger step in life. You might be being offered like a part of a new business or something, or just some new idea that you're going towards. And it's something that, you know, I wouldn't turn away from. I know, like, with a lot of fixed energy, it can be like, it can be hard to make changes, but I feel like you guys have been energized into making changes just because you got so uncomfortable for a little while in the way things were. But the universe makes you uncomfortable when it wants you to make big changes. So I feel like you guys have really had that going on for quite a while, especially since, you know, I feel like it's almost been about a year that you guys have been feeling this. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, you know what? I feel like if you do transition into something, it is going to be a slow process. You know, it's not something that you're just going to like quit your job and just like jump into. I don't feel like you guys do that. You know, you're more of like, you're methodical. You want to make strategic moves. It's kind of like a Virgo kind of vibe to me. You also have the Six of Swords, or Six of Wands. I'm sorry, not the Six of Swords. Yes, I feel like you're putting yourself in the spotlight. I feel like I've said this to you guys before, especially in your May readings, that you're putting yourself in the spotlight now. You know, you're willing to be seen. You're willing to make changes, even albeit them being a little bit on the slower side, which is okay. It's at a pace that you're more comfortable with. You also have the Moon. I feel like things that were hidden are also coming to the light for you. Things that you weren't aware of, having to do with something that you feel like has kind of been holding you back for a little while. It's like all the information wasn't there, but it's finally coming in, and I feel like it's giving you clarity to move on to different things and feel like things are changing for you. Like it gives you a greater understanding of why the things happened before that happened, you know? All right. Next sign we have is Gemini. Gemini, this is happening in your 12th house. That is the natural house of Pisces. This is endings, healings, closure, what's hidden, and limiting beliefs around your value, your priorities, and job, and your work ethic. You know, I do feel like you guys have also undervalued yourselves, and I feel like a lot of you have been kind of afraid to choose what you want to do with yourself just because you feel like you're going to have to do that forever. It doesn't have to be so like forever with what you're picking. I'm gonna let you know a secret, okay? I've had like a million jobs, okay? I've done a million things, and I was terrified of choosing something when I was younger. There are many reasons behind that. But I was afraid that I'd be stuck doing something that I hated, and that I miss out on my full potential. And, you know, what I realize is that you can do as many things as you want in this life. So you can choose to, you know, be a dairy farmer if you want. You can choose to, like, go be a banker. You can choose to be anything. You can do anything that you want, okay? And you're not going to be stuck there. You're going to be able to do something different with yourself. Like, I don't know why that is really popping through for me, that message, but it's something that someone needs to hear. You're not going to be stuck where you are. You have the 10 of Wands. Yeah. I feel like a lot of you guys are afraid of getting into a position where you're carrying a lot of burden. You know, you don't want to be stuck in that position again. I feel like a lot of you have been stuck in that position. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You know, the wheel is turning in your favor. This is like a turn of the karmic wheel. You deciding that you don't need to carry the weight of others means that whatever you choose, you're not going to be entering into it the same way you entered into anything else. So it's going to be because it's a different you. Page of Pentacles. You know, this is kind of a younger energy. I feel like some of you are going to be entering into something new into your life. Like some kind of new job, some new business, something new that you're going after that isn't like an established thing in your life. So it's not something that you feel like completely grounded with. But, you know, that's the only way you make anything familiar is by grounding yourself. And I see a wheel and I see a wheel. Like the wheel is just popping out at me. Like there's a certain amount of destiny in your life that you're coming towards. And maybe an opportunity is just going to present itself to you guys once you've been willing to, you know, turn towards something else and open up yourself to like new possibilities, new horizons, because it's time. It's time for you guys. All right, next house is Cancer, or next sign is Cancer, I'm sorry. Let's see. That is your 11th house. That is the house of Aquarius. This is your hopes and wishes, groups of friends. You know, you could be making important business ties at this time. Taurus could mean valuable friendships coming into your life, okay? You know what? For a lot of you, I feel like it's you seeing the value in yourself again that you might not have been able to see for the last, like, 10 years. I feel like a lot of you have had, like, you've had the shit end of the stick for a while, guys. I know you have. And it's been really tough. It has been tough. And you've had dynamic shifts, and you've had to deal with, you know, having a shift of energy in like marital arrangements, in like, you know, just like regular like relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, whatever you're into, you know, like it's been a shift, especially in your finances, I feel like, and you've just kind of had to deal with what's coming at you. No, but I do feel like there's a shift here for you guys in this sector. I feel like you're meeting people that could possibly be bringing some like new business ventures in for you, or just like having new connections is going to like help you build up the business that you're working towards. You have the Moon. I feel like you have wanted to keep a lot to yourself over the like it's been a while. You guys have really been kind of, you know, falling in on yourselves, and you've been really, maybe that's not something you've wanted to share with your partners, but it's something that you needed to. The Page of Cups. I feel like this is you sharing what's in your heart more, and like you can see on this card, I don't know if you can see on this card, but like there's little like white rays coming out of this guy's chest. To me, that represents you being more open and sharing what you need to with the people in your life, especially the people that are important to you. The Nine of Cups. You know, this is feeling proud of yourself. again. This is feeling like full and content and happy because things are starting to like overflow in your life and fill back up again, because it's been a long time coming for you guys, like a long time. Hold on, sorry. I had something pop up on my camera. I just had to fix it. Okay. All right, so next sign is Leo. Leo, this is happening in your 10th house, Capricorn. That's the natural house of Capricorn. So this has to do with your job, business, or career. You could be getting something could be getting phased out of your life, or you could be expanding an existing work structure in your life, seeing your value, and you're just not willing to settle anymore. Like there's a way out and you found that way out, but I feel like it's been through strength and courage. You know, something that I know you're not, you know, it's not unfamiliar to a Leo, okay? Strength and courage is what you're made of, okay? You guys are the lion. You're the mighty lion. Okay? You've tamed the beast inside yourself, and you're out there. You're making shit happen. You're taking no prisoners. You know, you're not going to let someone drag you down with them, I feel like. And I feel like a lot of you have felt like you've been dragged down by other people in your life and other circumstances. But I feel like you guys are making changes in these areas. Knight of Pentacles. You know, Taurus had that same card. I feel like you're making slow, methodical changes right now at this time. And I feel like it's really going to ripple through the rest of your life. It's something that's going to like compound over time, kind of trail behind you. And you also have the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like you're stepping up to take a more prominent role in your life, and you're not really waiting for anyone else to create that for you anymore. You're really like taking the front row seat. You're taking the wheel in this scenario in your life. And like there's an ascent up to this light right here, and I feel like it's you making these steady changes towards something that's like more resonates with you, who you are, what you want, like where you're going in life, and the power that you actually hold within yourself. You also have the Six of Cups. You might be reevaluating a relationship in your life that it has to do like with romance. I feel like it's tied to all of this. You know, maybe the relationship that you were in was holding you back slightly for a while, but you know, it's usually just an illusion. That's us holding ourselves back. You know, the people in our lives sometimes can't really adjust as quickly to our successes as we can. You know, and sometimes they're going through some stuff too. But you can't like that. That's not going to dim your light. That's not going to make you shine less. And you know, it's important that you go for what's important to you, okay? And not let others hold you back with like their needs and their like nostalgic, like it's like a ball and chain that wants to drag you back down to where, oh, remember what this was like? Yeah, I do, but you know, things are changing and I've evolved. You guys have evolved. You're so much more than you were a couple years ago, and you've seen what strength you have. You've seen it like firsthand now, okay? All right, Virgo. This is happening in your 9th house of Sagittarius, okay? You might be learning something new that will make you more valuable at this time. I feel like, you know, you could have some foreign business ties that you're making at this time too. Just maybe some friends who are like from a different country. You've been on a healing journey for the last few years. You've taken some risks, but they aren't risks for you guys. It's like you've been tapping into your self-belief with all this energy in Pisces and manifesting. You know, it is your opposite sign, but it's also your relationship house. And I feel like a lot of you entered into relationships, you know, that you thought strengthened you, but I feel like you already had that strength in you. You just needed that little bit of belief and someone else to, like, tell you all the things you already knew inside of you already. okay? You guys have so much that you can do, and like every Virgo I know is incredibly smart, incredibly talented. You guys make shit happen, you know, and you are always trying to help others too, so you're always in service, you know, and I feel like Neptune has had some powerful influences on you and your relationships. But all right, let's see what we get for cards. The Three of Pentacles. You know what? I feel like a lot of you are in a new like position, maybe a new job. You've taken some like calculated risks, and maybe they didn't feel so calculated for a little bit. You also have the Hangman. So you've been coming at things from a new perspective. Like I said, I feel like, you know, everything going on in Pisces has really opened you up to like more belief in yourself. And that new perspective is that new belief in yourself. You know, and you guys, you deserve it. You've needed this. This is something that's huge for you. You have the Seven of Swords. You don't want taking what's yours. This is an energy of you making sure that you're taken care of and not letting the crows take everything away from you anymore. You're making sure that, you know, that it's your time in the sun and that nobody's taking that away from you anymore. You know, those risks aren't risks, I swear. Like they're still calculated, even though like it's like you have so much faith in yourself, it's not even a risk anymore. Okay? And that's huge. That is really big for you guys. All right, Libra. Let's see. This is happening in your 8th house of income, assets that are shared. Oh, this is the natural house of Scorpio. It's your partner's resources, inheritances. I feel like it's how you value your time, your habits, and your work ethic. A lot of you might be shifting like what you spend doing day to day, I feel like. And I feel like that has to do with your partnerships too. You know, they're like your partner's resources, something like that. You might be getting a small inheritance too. I really feel like that could be in the cards for you at this time. But your time is going to be shifting to something different. I feel like you guys want to open up to like spending more time, you know, enjoying life and having fun and being more a part of things and spending less time working. I feel like a lot of you work. I feel like a lot of you like spend so much time with your nose kind of to the grindstone, you know, so to speak, that you feel like you kind of miss out on a lot of things. But I feel like you guys are going to be making more time for things that are just things that you really value. You have the Five of Cups. You know, something might be falling away at this moon. Like I said, you know, new moons, there are new beginnings, but with that, on the flip side, there's also things that are falling away. So I feel like something is falling away for you guys. You know what? There's still a lot in your life that you have that is valuable at this time. You have a lot, okay? And sometimes we just got to turn around and look at the other things that are there. But maybe this thing that's falling away is, you know, everything happens for a reason. Always happens for a reason. And maybe something falling away is what needs to happen so that there creates room for something newer to come into your life. Because if your time is full, your life is full, and like the structures are very like kind of crowded, there's no room. There's no room for new energy to come in, new things to come in. You also have the Queen of Pentacles. You know what? So maybe it's feeling more grounded, even though like there's a little bit of a loss here. There might be, but I feel like it's more of like an emotional loss, not like a financial loss. You know, that might be what brings in like some new growth and new like wealth into your life. You also have the Four of Cups. Yeah. I feel like you guys have really felt like you've been stagnant for a while. Like things aren't really moving. you know, and that can be an uncomfortable energy, but I feel like that's breaking open. But something's going to have to fall away to make room for something better to show up in your life. Absolutely. All right. All right, next sign is Scorpio. Scorpio, this is happening in your 7th house of Libra. Well, Libra's natural house. So this is merging finances with your partner. This is your me versus we sector. Those worlds are colliding, deepening your connection with a relationship and a change to your values and like your priorities and possibly how you make money in life. You might have a few income streams coming in, possibly. But I feel like this is just a time for your focus to change. Like, I feel like there's going to be some big, big changes for you guys. You might not see them coming, but that's how it works. But Scorpios, you are no stranger to change. 10 of Wands. Yeah. You've been carrying a heavy burden for a long time, guys. And I feel like with this new moon and the upcoming moon in your sign, that's also an eclipse. I really feel like you guys you're moving away from this energy where you're carrying so much. You guys have been carrying so much. And I feel like it's going to be a time just to start relaxing. Just like the 5 of Wands. This is moving away from like a certain amount of conflict in your life. Might be having to do with this, like this amount of weight that you've been carrying. It's been like making you feel like there's an inner conflict within you because you don't really want to carry all this weight anymore. Like, you just don't want to. You want to like put all those wands down. You want to feel lighter, feel free. And with that freedom, I feel like it comes with a mental freedom too. And maybe it'll just free up some time in your physical environment, like your life in general, just so you have some space to create something that you want. Knight of Wands. There's clarity here. There's clarity towards what you want to go for, and I feel like you're being given the space to figure out what that is. Putting away these two conflicts. 5s are about change. I tell you guys that all the time. 5s are always about change. And that Knight of Wands, I feel like there might be like a new offer coming into you guys. It might be about a new position, new job, maybe a new collaboration with someone else within a business. But I feel like it's going to be moving you away from something that really wasn't serving you. And I feel like that's just going to help your relationships in general, just because you're going to be in a less distracted place. You're going to be in a place of like more openness and more like happiness and abundance in your life that you've been waiting for a while, guys. All right, Sagittarius, this is happening in your 6th house. This is the natural house of Virgo. So what you're working on, what you're working towards, I feel like this is eclipsing out a work routine or like a certain way you've been doing things for a long time. This might have been since like 2018 that you guys started doing this. I feel like this energy is kind of older and it's something that you've just kind of felt like you've been stuck in, but you needed to do this in order to get where you are now. But that has to shift now at this time. Yeah, this has to do with your day-to-day life and like transformations around that, working on your soul's calling. Changes to your health and diet possibly too. You might be doing something completely different, and that can bring about some total body changes for you guys too. I feel like health has been on the menu for you guys, and it's been on your mind, and it's something that you've really been focusing on, especially with all this stuff going on in your 6th house, So, let's pull a few cards. You have the Sun. This is a time where you're going to be putting more focus on yourself. You know, I feel like you're going to be having more fun, being more playful. Especially as May is changing, you're going to be having Jupiter go into Aries. So that is a fellow fire sign. And also, you know, that is your, what is that? That's your, like, 4th, 5th house? Like, 4th house, 5th house. It really depends on your chart. But yeah, I feel like you guys are going to be having more fun and having more time to celebrate. And again, I really feel like something is being phased out of your guys' life. This is a Knight of Pentacles. This is a slow change. This is a lot of signs have been getting the Knight of Pentacles that there's going to be a slow transition. You know, like I said, Taurus is a fixed energy, so it doesn't like to make big, bold moves quickly. It kind of moves at a slower pace. So this Knight of Pentacles really makes sense at this time for you guys as you're walking away from something else that used to create value in your life and you're walking towards something different. I feel like you're finding more of the value within and creating more from a place of like, it's like the unknown. You also have the 9 of Swords here. So yeah, again, I feel like this is you, like you were feeling stuck. You were feeling like you had nowhere to go. Some of you might not be able to see which direction you're going in right now, okay? I really feel like there's a lot of like, it's kind of just letting go energy, and it's trusting the divine to bring in what works for you. I feel like this is also like it's like a protected time for you guys, but I feel like it's because you've understood the strategic moves you need to take before you can make other moves, you know? You're not just like skipping around trying to like quitting things or making sure you're not taken care of. There's slow, methodical movements, and like you're getting to a place where you're getting ready to shine your light so bright for the world to see. And that's, I feel like that's through your soul's calling. It's something you guys have been on a path towards for a while. And I think this is a very exciting time for you guys. It might be slow, but I feel like an opportunity is going to pop up for you guys in the not too distant future surrounding this full moon as something comes to an end or a close. Like something in your life is coming to an end or a close. Definitely. All right, Capricorn. This is happening in your 5th house of Leo. Your values around romance, love, joy, you know, redefining what that means to you. Getting into a new place of self-expression. Maybe it's just, you know, feeling good enough within yourself to feel safe enough to express yourself and be vulnerable. I feel like you guys have been on a path of vulnerability for quite some time, and I know that can be difficult. Vulnerability sometimes can feel like a weakness, but in all actuality, it is a strength. And the more vulnerable we're willing to become, the more things can come into our life that surprise us and can bring us joy. And it's a totally new place for you guys. Like, this feels like a new place. Maybe you felt more vulnerable when you were younger, and a lot of things have happened. You know, it's been a crazy, like, bunch of decades. Like, older Capricorns, younger Capricorns. I'm sure you've all felt it. Like, it's made you want to close off. But again, I feel like it's time to open up. And it's time to let, you know, people in and be more vulnerable. All right, the King of Pentacles. That's a grounded energy. This is earth energy right here. So this is you feeling grounded in yourself enough to maybe make yourself feel like be in a place where you're more vulnerable with others. Death and rebirth. Yeah, you're going through a transformation at this time. I do feel like it has to do like with your relationships and love and the way you approach love and how you express love. King of Swords. You know, traditionally, this card feels like cutting out, you know, a lot of like excess people from your life. That might be true at this time. Some of you might be cutting out people that just, they kind of get into your head, and they don't help you stay in a very good headspace. But I feel like a lot of you, you know, I see all these birds on this card, and like what I'm feeling is that a lot of you are getting messages. Like I feel like a lot of you are seeing a lot of like birds around you that you feel like are giving you messages, but you can't quite figure out what those messages are. You know, they might just be trying to catch your attention at this time, just to kind of like pull your head up and be like, listen to what you're saying, listen to what you're thinking right now. You know, Spirit has your back. Like the universe has your back. It always has, but I feel like a lot of you have felt very lonely in this life. Like being an earth sign, you can feel very, very, being grounded is great. It's just, you feel kind of disconnected sometimes too. And I feel like by opening yourself up and letting yourselves feel more love, you're feeling more connected with yourself. And in turn, you're feeling more connected with everything around you. And again, that is not a bad thing. That is awesome. You know, opening up is not a mistake. There are no mistakes, okay? There really aren't. There's just lessons to be learned. And as long as you can learn something from what you're going through or what you're encountering, it doesn't have to weigh you down. It just becomes a learning experience. And, you know, oh, well, now I know not to do that. You know, oh, sorry. Oh, guys, I have such heartburn. I'm so sorry. All right, Aquarius. This is happening in your 4th house of Cancer. Your family structures have been changing a lot. I know a lot of Aquariuses. Oh, man. You guys have had some hurdles to get over. You know, you guys are really resilient, though. You know, you have this way of just kind of, like, you can detach from it and make peace with something from a distance. But, like, you still feel it. You just feel it in little waves. You know, and it's like the glyph for your sign. It's like little waves. It's like feeling something once and then feeling it one more time at like a lower frequency. You know, so it's less troubling. It's less harmful. Oh, a whole bunch of cards just fell. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I think it was just 3. Sorry. Oh, there were like 5. Wow. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. You have the Hermit. You have the 6 of Swords. Wow. Huh. You have the 3 of Wands, too. You know, these other 2 really aren't calling to me, so I'm going to leave them off of this. I really don't feel like they were a part of this reading, but yeah, this has a lot to do with your foundation, guys. This has a lot to do with, like, the way your world looks. Like, that 3 of Wands, I feel like, you know, you're standing there and you're watching your world just change all around you. And with that Hermit, you've really had to spend a lot of time going within. You might have had to spend a lot of time by yourself. You know, but this is all good things. It's all good times. It's you reevaluating who you are. Now you have the space to figure out who you are, who you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to do with yourself. Like, space is opening up for you guys. You know, the 6 of Swords, you know, you're being brought to a new place in life. And I feel like it's a calmer place than you've been. And it's a place where you guys can really explore what's best for you and what you value about yourself. And, like, maybe even, like, a new goal or a new job that you're going through, like, for something that just might be calling to you soon. I feel like there's, like, you're just kind of waiting here for like a new opportunity to just show up, something that's going to light you up, because I feel like a lot of you kind of gotten bored with what you're doing. You know, I mean, there's a certain level of security that things provide for you, but I feel like a lot of you guys are just, it's like you're waiting for a new amount of excitement to show up in your life, you know? That's what I feel like for you guys. All right, so the last sign we have here is Pisces. Pisces, this is happening in your third house of Gemini. Your thoughts, your mind, thinking, how you create things in your life. Your daily routines could be getting a shakeup, all for good reason. It's time to trust what your life is eclipsing out, okay? This is a definite time for something eclipsing out of your life, guys, okay? But yeah, this is third house stuff for you guys. But this is, you know, the Taurus new moon has a lot to do with value. And the way you value yourself, I feel like the way you see yourself has changed a lot. Like, you guys have opened up to, like, doing new things with yourself. Just because, like, sitting there doing the old thing, pining for the old stuff just wasn't working. And you needed something new to fill your time up. So, like, a lot of you, I feel like, branched out and just started doing something, even though it wasn't something that you truly wanted. It was just something to, you know, kind of move your energy a little bit. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you guys have a lot more clarity happening right now. You have the ruler of your sign and the co-ruler, Jupiter and Neptune. I believe they're becoming conjunct quite soon. Plus, you have Neptune that's becoming conjunct with Venus a little bit before this new moon. So, you know what? Yeah. I feel like you guys are getting kind of like an infusion of what's next for you guys, what path you should be going towards. That's what I feel like. Like, there's something that's going to be like, there's going to be an idea or a thought or something that just pops into your head that's going to be a new path that you're supposed to take. Like something new that you're supposed to go towards. Ace of Cups. You're in a place of loving yourself. And I feel like you guys you've been filling that cup for a good amount of time. And I feel like at some point you're going to be willing to share that love with someone else. You know, you're coming in a place that's a lot healthier than it was. You're more dependent on yourself than you are of others to create happiness for you. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I really feel like that love that you have, like, you're ready to start sharing it with someone else. And I feel like that might have something to do with this energy of, like, where you're headed next. That might be what opens this up for you guys. You might meet someone new. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. I do feel a new energy coming into your life. It's going to be, I mean, it's a new energy. It's ground level stability, but it's something that's going to lead you towards a place where you can really, you know, feel the value in yourself, and other people will be able to see you shine. And I really do feel like something new is coming through for you guys. Like, you're going to get some opportunity that's just going to, like, come right out of the blue. It's going to show up out of nowhere. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this new moon video. Again, if you haven't seen my May tarot readings, just look for your sun, moon, or rising sign. I'm doing a tarot card giveaway as a thank you to one of my subscribers. You just have to be a subscriber, like my video and leave a comment in the description, under this description box that says Spirit Animal Oracle. Okay? All right. I hope you guys have an amazing new moon partial solar eclipse in Taurus. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.